I don't know none of y'all from a can of paint with the lid on it. Excuse me? Why y'all start throwing their bag at me? I'm sitting in the van. He was like, "Everybody duck down, duck down." Yes. Right next to him, right next to the guy trucking on my front. Welcome back, Jews and Jems, to my channel. We are here with another story time. And as promised, I said the first, second, and third tide story time I will be doing as soon as possible. So we are back with the Miami Brawl. Now I did a poll as on my Instagram for the July story times, and this was the one that tied with I got left in Atlanta twice, Miami Brawl, and he said I gave him the clap. I recorded he gave me the clap. Well, he said I gave him the clap. Yeah, he said I gave him the clap story time already. So if you haven't watched that, make sure you tune in and watch that. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shaye. The channel is just Shaye. I make story times, travel vlogs, tips and tricks, day in a life, try on hauls. I said that already. And I used to do stripper vlogs. I can't get it out. To my 2 Live crew. Oh my God, I can't think straight. If you are new to my channel, I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. To my Jews and Jems, make sure your post notification bell is on and set to all, because YouTube is a big fat hater. And to my 2 Live crew, what I do? It's been a while since we've talked, a couple weeks. Filthy. But as you can see by the title, I'm about to give you guys the Miami Brawl story time. Now I wish my sister would call, because we've told this story, I think, a total of 2 times, and both times have been this year. I completely forgot about it even happening until she had brought it up one time. We were talking to my mom and my older sister about the trips that we used to take in high school. So this is one of the trips. Now, you guys, I've been to a slew of places. I was traveling before I was even 18, and I was a part of this organization, this mentoring program called PAL, Police Athletically, and every summer they would take us to a different state, and we would do HBCU tours, and the purpose of it was for us to get out and see different colleges and stuff like that. But the colleges were this much of the actual week that we spent in these locations. So this year we were going down to Miami to see FMU. Oh yeah, we were seeing all those schools down there, right? We were seeing the St. Thomas, maybe they had us going places, right? So we would go do the college tours in the days, and we would be tourists by night. And sometimes in the middle of the day, we would have pool parties, we go to the skating rink, we go to the mall. We did whatever the tourists did. So it was 1% college tours, 98% of 15, 16, 17-year-olds on the loose in a different city with 4 or 5 adult chaperones that were part of the staff of PAL, right? And we had 1 police officer. So this year it was, I think I was 16 or 17. I can't remember, but I was young. And you guys remember in a previous story time or 2, I told you guys it used to be me and my 2 best friends, OTS, and we were like the clicked up group that a lot of the girls liked and wanted to be like us in the group, because we just were, to ourselves, we were the it girls, right? Because we didn't care. We had matching skirts and outfits, and we dressed alike, and we did everything together, and we were just us, right? So with this trip, we all came in with a lot of energy, very hyped, because it was Miami. OTS, at the time, our mind was set on all 3 of us going to FIU. Mostly because the oldest one, which is the O of the group, she really wanted to go to FIU really bad, and we wanted to go wherever she was gonna go. So that's kind of how we all got set on FIU. None of us end up going to FIU, but we end up touring FIU that year. So after that tour, he was telling us that night we're going to a skating rink down in Miami. So we're like, cool. Now, mind you, at this time, the only thing I knew Miami for at that age was the beach and 48 hours on TV. So the way our director of PAL made it seem, Miami is so dangerous. You guys need to be safe. When we take me out to these places, don't be out there doing nothing crazy. Don't be being rude to these people. This is dangerous. These people will take your life. You need to stay in the group, blah, 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 blah. So he just kind of tried to put a lot of fear in our heart when it came to Miami. So we're like, okay, cool, whatever. That night we back at the hotel room. Now T of OTS, she was dating a girl at the time, and I did not have matching. Everybody was wearing these crop tops and pencil skirts, skater skirts, not pencil skirts, the flowy ones, but they were short, with tennis shoes, and I didn't have any tennis shoes that matched my Rule 21 skater skirt. So I had asked T, her girlfriend, no, actually I asked T, and T asked her girlfriend if I could borrow her shoes. Now they were a brand new pair, and the only reason I'm telling y'all part of the story because it matters. It matters. And so she was like, yeah, you can borrow my shoes. It was a brand new pair of Air Force Ones, crisp out the box. She hadn't even put them on yet. So she was like, yeah, just make sure you don't get them dirty. You know what I'm saying? I haven't worn them yet. Don't crease them. Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I got you. I'll make sure you get your shoes back as soon as we get back in the hotel. I'm taking them off and walking them right to your room. You know what I'm saying? So boom, we take our pictures. We got our matching skirts. I wish I still had my original Facebook because, oh my God, the pictures were on there. I could have put the pictures right here. I remember them in my head. But we was too cute, right? With our little matching skirts and stuff. And so we at the skating rink. I don't even remember what skating rink we were at, right? So I get out to the freaking, so the way he used to do it, because it's tax exemption. So we would stand off to the side. He would go to the ticketing area, get in the paperwork. They'll do a head count of all of us, get in the number, they'll pay for it, then we can go in and get our skates, all that stuff. So we weren't even in there all of like 15 minutes. People were getting snacks, people skating. You know what I'm saying? We just all filing in. It used to be a lot of us, like 30, 40 of us kids that he would bring with him on these big old Greyhound bus. So we get in there, and now mind you, my group, my people, because my sister was also there, so she was underneath me, because I had to make sure as the older sister she was safe and she was good. And you know, although she was the baby of the group, OTS took her in. OTS, you know, they know that's my sister, and her sisters and brothers were also part of the organization. And no, I don't think her brother played football with the little league, but he didn't do like the organization like how we did. He didn't go on trips with us and stuff. So, just, you know, she got to hang out with old sisters, brothers, stuff like that, and then she'll be with us, stuff like that. So we did a couple laps around the thing, this, that, third. Next thing you know, I hear a little commotion going on, a little arguing going on. I look to the opposite end of the rink, and two of our kids, I know for a fact, because I know their face, is arguing with some grown dude. So I'm like, what's going on? So I skate. We skate over there like what's going on? So then the police officer that's a part of our PAL organization, he like, everybody take your skates off. We finna go. So, okay, right. We proceed to go. Now, in the midst of us trying to all get our skates, I don't know where O went. I just know where my sister at. You know what I'm saying? I'm with my sister, the other people, because we all filing out to go to the van. So I'm assuming, okay, maybe she's already on her way to the van. On top of that, she had a little booski-dooski at this time. So I'm thinking maybe she, you know, checking on him, making sure he cool, because maybe he was a part of the argument. I don't know. Whatever. It was water on the bridge to me. So as we leaving now, I'm still looking around like, dang, what? Like, I don't see everybody. I just see a few people. So when we actually get out to the parking lot, the very first thing I see is, oh, the dude that was arguing with the two guys in the skating ring, and he is He has his hands around her throat, pressed her against a car, and he is choking her out. So naturally, my first instinct, I run over there. I'm gonna try not to laugh through the story because now that this is, I'm looking back on, we always keep when we telling this story, right? Hold on, let me text my sister and see if she wanna get on the phone. So I run over there, you guys. I try to stop. Now, mind you, it was a little rainy outside, and this plays a factor into everything that happened, right? So it's a little rainy outside. So as soon as I get to the car where they're at, I literally am right next to them. And as soon as I try to stop, I salute, bust my ass right next to him, right next to the guy choking on my front. So I look up. When I look up, all the other kids, now they see it too, so they run over there. I look up, the police officer, he is grabbing her, he's grabbing him off of her. They say, you know, the boys in the group just start tearing him up, tearing the bald head man up. So apparently a couple of his friends was there with him as well. So then they jump in it. Boom, boom, boom. So by this time I'm up off the ground. But boom, boom, boom. Everybody swinging. The director come outside after all the kids got, and he see what, so he run over there. So now he trying to break it up. The police officer guy, he's holding the guy up. Don't realize he making him a punching bag because all the kids just tearing him up. So the girls see me getting up off the ground. Why they all start throwing their bag at me? Hold my purse. So now I'm the bag lady. Call me Erica Badu. Holding the bags. I'm trying to get in the bill. I'm not the bag lady. I'm trying to do. So, girl, I'm talking about everybody giving me their bag. I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags in my hand. So now I can't even get in the field. So now all I hear is, get in the van. Everybody get in the van. So we all start running to the Greyhound bus. And the driver is not opening the door for us. We're banging on a door. It was so much going on at once. It was brawl in the brawl. I'm talking about when he wouldn't open the door for us, it was some girls that ran up on us, and now we are fighting on the side of the bus. My sister's in it. I'm over here still holding the bags, trying to get in it with the bags. It's the other girls in the group that's younger than us. They getting into it with these grown women. They had to be no more than like 23, 25. These are grown women. So it's 2 dudes in the corner duking it out with the dudes. And then there's us 6, 7 girls duking it out with these 2 girls. So it's like so much is going on. So the director go run to the bus, to the van, like, open the door for these kids. Open the door for these kids. So he opened the door. Slowly, one by one, like people are piling in. All you see is 2 of our kids, a part of PAL, run past the van. Like, I don't know where they was going. I don't know why they was going. I don't know how they was going. All I know, you just seen 2 people just like, zoom past the motherfucking van. So I'm just like, what is going on right now? It's too much going on. So now I'm sitting in the van. He was like, everybody duck down. So we like, oh my God. So we all ducking down, right? Because we don't, like, he's just going ham. Like, it's about to really, like, we're in first 48 right now. There's a lot going on. So I'm trying to mentally keep up with everything. There's so many different things that I could not catch because it literally was a brawl. It was so many of us fighting these 4 people. Like, it was just one fight, another fight. So then eventually the 2 kids, the director ended up getting the 2 kids and wrangling them back into the, come to find out, it's my T's girlfriend and then O's little boo thing that ran to God knows where. So he get us back on the bus. He tell the bus driver, go. So the bus driver take off. First of all, he's taking off very slowly. So then he was like, giving us a speech. So on the whole ride there, he was like, and y'all duck down, because these people could be following us right now, about to shoot through these windows. Y'all don't even know these people. We are in Miami. So then he points at the guy that ran past me. And where the hell was you going? You weigh 90 pounds soaking wet. It was going to wrangle you up. And you following him. You are foolish. You're a girl. Where y'all running to? Where y'all going? And what was y'all doing out there fighting these grown people? He was going in on, man, he was like, we are on their territory. We don't know these people. We don't know who they know. We don't know what they doing. We don't even know if they following us right now. When you get in this hotel, I want everybody to get out this van. I want you to run straight to your room and you turn those lights off. These people could be following us all the way back to the hotel. So now we riding in silence after he done gave us the speech of our life. Because we are literally, he's put the fear of 48 hours in us. So now everybody's stuck down with the lights off in the van. Hot, sweaty, and miserable. Hot, sweaty, and miserable. It was just so much going on. And I know I'm missing out on some details. And I text my sister and asked her if she wanted to add her 2 cents into the story time, because she always catches stuff that I just don't be catching. So I'm trying to see if she want to add her 2 cents. But I don't even think she gonna answer. I don't know where she at. She might be booed up. Who's to say? I don't think she gonna answer. But let's see. Yeah, it sounds like she don't answer, because normally if I call, she answers pretty fast. Child, she ain't gonna answer this thing. But yeah, so we all do what he say, run into the room. I go in my room to get undressed. Girl, the shoes is filthy. Remember them brand new Air Force Ones that she told me I could borrow? She hadn't even worn yet. Remember when I slipped and bust my butt right next to the man choking out my friend? I mean, he had a death grip on her. Just, oh my God. So I'm just like, y'all remember that? I slipped the bus. Baby, I fell right into a puddle of water. That's how I ended up slipping, because one of the shoes was so filthy. I was so scared to get her back the shoes, down to the shoelaces were brown from the mud and the dirt and the running, all that activity that happened at night. And I just was so sad. I'm like, my mama cannot afford to get her no new shoes, because, you know, you let me borrow these shoes. I did not think that we was going to get in a brawl, you know, 40 versus 4. I didn't think that. It was just so much going on. So I'm all night long scrubbing, trying to clean her shoes, everything, all my little tricks and stuff that I had known back in the day. I'm trying my best to get these shoes clean before I get back to her in the morning. Girl, why in the morning? He calls a meeting to the conference room of the hotel, everybody downstairs. Because the trip wasn't over with. We had a couple more days we was going to be there. So he calls a conference and all of us down there and the staff members as well. Because I forgot it was like 3-4 other staff that I didn't even mention that was also a part of this. So they was all just going through it, child. So they got the staff talk about how they was so scared, and that's how this not how y'all supposed to conduct yourself, and this, that, and the third. One of the ladies gave me a speech about how her daughter passed away, and it got everybody in the room crying. And then they give the mic to the bus driver. And this is when things get interesting. So he comes out the gate saying, I don't know none of y'all from a can of paint with the lid on it. Excuse me? Okay. So then he said, but I know those people out there that y'all was fighting. And I would have been wrong if I would have sat there and left y'all out that door last night. I would have been wrong if I would have sat there and told the people y'all was staying at and the hotel y'all was sleeping at. I would have been wrong if I would have called them and gave them the itinerary for the rest of y'all trip. Because y'all don't know me and I don't know y'all. What y'all did right last night was, what he called it? Unacceptable. Y'all better be lucky Mr. Such and Such, the director, hired me to do a job and hired me to be professional and put my feelings to the side. Because that was so uncalled for last night. The behavior that I seen, the way y'all conducted yourself, and then for y'all to try to bum rush and get on my bus with that foolishness. Never get. Y'all lucky y'all got a bus driver like me who protected y'all. Come again, sir? Say you know these people? So we had another meeting without the bus driver, because the speech he gave was quite concerning to everybody. Quite concerning. So we fired the driver in the middle of the trip. The director fired the driver in the middle of the trip because we were all then scared. Because what the director said is, did y'all hear this man say he don't know y'all from a can of paint with the lid on it? This man could have ended our life last night. How does he even know these people? And how does he find it okay to tell 15, 16, 17-year-olds that he would have gave the address of where we were sleeping and laying our head at had it not been for me hiring him? That's scary. And I can't deal with that. I can't have my kids wondering if somebody gonna come up in this hotel and take their life. I gotta report back to y'all parents and make sure all heads are accounted for. That's how he used to talk, like a preacher. He used to talk like he was trying to scare us straight. Like we was in the Scare Us Straight program instead of a mentoring program, right? So he ended up letting go of the driver. The driver was creepy, to say the least. The speech he gave did not rest assure us. It was not a y'all got to do better speech. That behavior was scary. Y'all got yourself in some serious trouble doing all that fighting, and because it was, I can't even describe the magnitude of how it was. It was just every time you turned your head, it was somebody else fighting. Like it was literally a brawl outside of these people's skating rink. It was literally doop, 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 doop. Everybody had their hand on somebody. And the people who didn't have their hand on somebody was me with the purses. And then like two of the girls, they were very quiet, nerdy girls. And they were the younger ones of the group. And then the director's daughter and son, they was just all standing next to the van like this, clutching their pearls and stuff. So, like, me, I was just trying to figure out, oh, my God, who can I give these purses to? Because I'm trying to get in the field. But, like, everybody else was, except for the two that ran, we was all like, doop, 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 like, doop, doop, doop. Everybody was fighting, even O and T. They ended up getting in the field with a couple people. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot. Like, the magnitude of it was crazy. And to this day, we don't even know how the argument originally started inside of the skating rink. But to what we feel like is they seen us coming in. Well, this happened a lot of times. They see us coming in deep. People get jealous, like who they think they is coming in our city. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of, oh, these some little kids, they looking at like who they think they is trying to step like they, really doing something. You know what I'm saying? And then our boys, they used to just be so cocky, and then like they just thought it was hot shit. So a lot of times that's how they move. Like we hot shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm 16, 17. But I'm hot shit. So I think what happened was they seen the dudes, and the dudes was trying to, of course, talk to girls and, in the city, whatever, at the rink. And I think the guys just got in their feelings, you know what I'm saying? And kind of felt the type of way. So they pressed them like, who y'all think y'all is? And it turned into a whole argument. They seen that our kids was arguing with some grown-ups. So the director initially told us to leave to try to defuse it. We didn't know they was going to go out there and wait on them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how got into it with the guy, but, if I'm remembering correctly, when we was in the room talking, and I was like, what the heck happened? And I think she was saying she had came out there and they was arguing, she was trying to diffuse it. And then that's when she had got into it with the guy. So it was just like a lot of older people in their feelings and what their chest hurt. You know what I'm saying? That turned into grown people getting beat up by 16, 17-year-olds. Like, I didn't understand it. I severely didn't understand it at all. But, yeah, we ended up having a good rest of the trip. Nobody ended up on 48 hours. And we all got back home safely, and the head count was accounted for. Now, I can't say that for when I went to Atlanta. I can't say that. Because I almost got left twice in one trip. So, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about it in the next story time. But that was the brawl. Like, I really wish my sister would answer the phone because she remembers so much more detail than I do. And when she tells it, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. I be on the floor cracking up. I'm talking about when she told the story, when we talked about it like a month ago, I'm talking about all of us was cracking up. And my mom was like, I cannot believe this is what y'all used to do on these trips. Because I was telling her about the time we went to Atlanta. We had that pool party. and they was trying to kick us out the pool. We was having so much fun in Pal. Like, we was in Pal, baby, when they used to take us to places, we really didn't do, the college tours was a caveat. You know what I'm saying? We was having a ball no matter where we went. To this day, I'm still sad that I did not do the North Carolina, South Carolina trip that summer. Oh my God, because we went to Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, baby, went up. Those trips went up. Like, we was not 16, 17-year-olds. We were very much treated like 18, 19, 20-year-olds. We were very much treated like grown-ups. And we did what we wanted to do. And they let us go places like real restaurants, real places, real touristy spots. So, like, we had a ball, and there was so many stories. Mama was like, I cannot believe I sent y'all away. And this is the stuff that y'all was up there doing and down there doing. I cannot believe this. I would have not let y'all kept going back every year. Had I known y'all was dang near about to die, every time y'all went somewhere, y'all was causing trouble everywhere. And we were. I talk about the time, in the Atlanta story time, I talk about the time, I might talk about the time where we tried to get into the Tyler Perry Studios. That was hilarious. But yeah, that's just my little snippet. Pal, we got 1,000,005 story times. I could tell y'all with just Pal alone, the things, the craziness, all of it. It was hilarious. But that is it. It's almost dry in the back. That's it. That's all. Until next time, Jews and Jems. Peace.